Welcome back to part 4 of my new mini-series for Joytoy's Fear Assault Mecha, part of the 9th Legion Mecha Cavalry. In part 4, we're going to be taking a look at the Mecha as we remove it from its packaging. The Mecha is actually just packaged inside the styrofoam here. So we're going to take a look at it and how to remove it safely and the features. So as you can see, it's pretty well in there. The body is pretty much all the way down to the bottom of this styrofoam. So what we need to do here to safely get it out is you need to work with the feet to raise the feet up and the hands and the arms, get them up out of there. That's what's really holding the mech in. And once you do that, you can just grab the waist and fully lift him out. But when you actually remove it, there's actually your ammo box inside behind the mech. So make sure you look for that and don't forget it because you'll lose it. Okay, so here's our mech. Oh, this thing is huge. So let's go ahead and take a look at the, show how we're going to do this. This is such a large piece. So here's the head. Looks like we have some parts we need to straighten up. Pull the antenna forward. Pull this down to the front. Maybe these are like the eyes or the sensor of the Mecha. Very nice. It's a picture of the top of the mech. Here we have, this is the head. We do have a very nice logo there, the sword and 2 skulls. Down the back here. This is actually the cockpit for the figure. You can insert. It says warning danger with a yellow triangle exclamation point. Then it looks like we have a vent here. It is a black with silver wash. Do try to do an outline of the vent with silver here. Then it looks like we have some weapons that we want to raise up here on the sides. Oh, seems very tight. Let's see if we can get that go. Yeah, some of these are tight. Almost like you first get them your joints. So let's see here. Yeah, so these are like weapons, I guess. Very cool. This is the head. Here's an antenna. Here's the side of it. We do have some wear, some black wash on here on the, like some battle wear. There's some yellow throughout for some break up the color. Very nice. A gray here. On the mech's chest, we have a red dot, maybe like a sensor or a camera. We have a very cool, I think that is the Skeleton Forces logo right there. Done in white. We have a yellow and black strip here, black here, a black square here. There's some more of that wash to look like, battle damage or worn. Here on the side, I did notice that it has some handles. Looks like a bar right here. Just one on that side also. It's just above the arms. I don't think that moves. That's just the way it sits in there. what's really interesting about these mechs that has these soft goods. So these pouches here are actually removable. They are just on a Velcro. You can remove them fully. And they are fully functional. You can open them up to have a little Velcro here. Right now they have styrofoam stuffed in there to give it its poofiness. So you get whatever accessories that you have for your figures, you could actually store in here. So that's pretty cool. So if you have accessories, a lot of collectors like to have the, all your weapons on your figure, or all your weapons on your truck, or like for a Transformer, you shouldn't have any pieces that it isn't part of the bot. So you can actually store some of your weapons. It could be like your camo bot for your extra accessories if you have any for your figures that you use with this mech. It seems to be a high quality Velcro too, so, and all that does is just, see how do they have that? I guess we put it inward to match the other one. So pull that out, just line it up. So you have the option of taking that off. Of course, this is all removable here. Kind of looks like it just pulled out the actual, those little functioning connectors. So what you have, this piece here raises up over the head, and that purpose is to remove the cockpit if you want to. So as you can see here, they have a piece of cloth here, and attached to it they have the connector piece right there. And I pulled that off whenever I pulled down on the piece. These are very small, very hard to line up or push through, but they are fully functional. It's pretty incredible on the level of detail that these things have. I can barely see it. Let's see if I can get that in there. Looks like I'm going to have to do it off camera, guys, so give me one quick second here. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah. So you guys can see that. And there's a better look at the head. So we'll leave that up temporarily so we can look at more at this soft goods. See, that's actually attached to the thing really holding this whole piece is just a little strap. It's that little connector. It's pretty wild. Interior there. Pull those up there. So here we have, in the middle we have a larger piece that you can open up to put gear in. So that may hold like I don't have a gun around, do I? You probably put a rifle in there. Store that. Here we have the extra clips that come with the one that's installed inside the gun. So you would remove this piece and then simply put it inside there if you're using this larger ammo box. It's quite difficult to get those in and out, so you kind of like gotta pull up on it, maybe with your fingernail or something, if you ever do take them out. What's interesting, behind these clips, there's another bag. See that back there? You can open that up. There's another space for more gear just behind the clips, and it has Velcro to keep it closed. There's a pouch right there. Also really cool. Not sure if you guys can see it or not, but right here, these little tabs, if you look, get a different one, you can actually put something in there, like a knife or a spear, and it can hold it. So whatever you can get in there. So not only you have a place to hold your clips and additional accessories behind there, you can actually hang something here. And then you have that times 2. Because this one has the same features. See those little pieces here? So if you had a knife or some kind of weapon, pole device, spear, whatever, it fits right through there. That's so nice. And the level of detail, this is insane. So you can do that times 2. He does have his piece that comes down. It's hanging from the bottom. It's a crotch piece. Okay, so also, this is a pocket. I'm trying to use this tool to show you guys. Just a pocket. You can put something in there. Not only do you have that pocket, you have 3 little sections here. Maybe for a knife. One there. One there. One there. And they're separated here. They're sewed here and here. So you can have 3 different sections. Very cool. There's nothing on the back. There's what the hips look like. Very nice. So we can take a look at the legs here. Just silver legs. The top here. Then we have that same dark tan on the legs here. We do have working pistons here. We'll show you this when we do the articulation for the bot or the Mecha. See all these? It's all functional. Not sure if they all work, but I know this one does. So when you actuate the joints, it does pull these in and out. Like for example, this will go down, and this part here that's rubbed around that metal joint here, that'll go up and down also at the same movement. It's pretty cool. So on the back of the legs, we have a little flap here, a little flap here, goes all the way up. If you want to have them sticking out, they can stay with any position you want them in. Then you have these little silver ones. These seem to be a lot tighter than those ones. You can flip up and down, all the way down, however you want it to display. I kind of like them fanned out. Kind of gives it some, more of a realistic, instead of just a flat back. So I think I would have mine like that. There's some more of those very small pistons here. There's the feet. We have some piston here. bottom of the feet. He has a very large feet, so once you get the center of gravity on your bot from out of the box, he should stand pretty good, even though he does have a very large cockpit on his back. So here's his arm. They do have these ratcheting joints. We'll take a look at an articulation video. And his knees are ratcheting too. Here. Just bring that out. We'll look at that more when we get to the articulation part of the series. His hands. If you notice here, overall presentation we have, it's really pegged out pretty good. So it's kind of weird, but just give you, I'm not sure if I like that part, but they're actually pushed all the way in. So going back up here, so you kind of got to hold these things separate. Once we bring back this piece in, separate these two so that can fall in between, and then you kind of got to get it to level out. So the side of the part that holds the back of this thing, it's the same on both sides pretty much. So here's the reverse side. So we have a lot of color back here on the cockpit. We have, like I said, we have that vent. Here's some red here, some yellow, then a black X. We have another yellow square, the red triangle, and a red square. Some black here. We have two red tanks with two black straps. Down here at the bottom we have some silver, some red here and here. Almost like you get in, you return them to open it up, but they do not open. And we have two red dots there. Then we have those black and red stripes, black and yellow stripes there. So it's definitely very well detailed. Then we have these rocket boosters here. They're like a gunmetal with a red interior. We're going to be taking a look at the cockpit also in a special part. I'll show you what the inside of that thing looks like. So to open this, you see a piece right here. You got to get that past this lip. And then that's where it releases. You just simply pick it up. And yes, there's some scary sounds. This is what the interior looks like. Okay, this is the door. This is where your figure will go. So you would lay your figure in here. You have to bend his knees and his feet goes up. I'm going to tell you, this is a very, very small cockpit. I am not sure what figures are going to fit in there. You may have to gear your figures down to get them in there. If I had to bet, only this female figure is probably going to fit in there. But we'll see in our next review of the cockpit. We'll take a look at that and see. But a lot of the interior is like a dirty white. It'd be nice if they would paint it, put some decals in there for the screens. Really cool. It's like a joystick here. And it's going to be tight getting that in and out of there. This is a black and silver wash. Guess we'll call that the seat. That's the rear of the Mech. Now it looks like that is, I've heard that that's removable. We're going to take a look and see how it is removed. So this shuts, goes back up here. Now at the bottom of that piece, we have these two wires. These are more not wires, but they're more tubes. So they're hollow, like this. So you have to remove these if you remove that cockpit. There's some pretty strong bend ratios on these. I can see this not only deteriorating over time, but also ripping at these heavy bend ratios. So that may become a problem in the future. But there's peg on, there's a peg here in the bottom of the cockpit, peg here on the rear of the Mech. That's a tubing. And honestly, it doesn't feel like very good quality tubing. So you can see back here, there is some more of the pistons. But all this soft goods is removable, so if you don't like it, you can take it off. I'm telling you, it really adds a ton of playability. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Not sure how we get this bad boy to board here. Here we go. Move him up, get him to stand. So for materials, it kind of feels like a hard plastic. When you first start touching it and manipulating it, you want to you get a little scared because it's like it's going to break. Feeling it's not a soft plastic, so I'd use caution on that. It's definitely kind of feels like a brittle, more of a brittle plastic, but nothing's broken so far. And for me, moving it around seems durable. Also, just noticed on the front here, we have some more of those movable panels. Those don't seem to want to stay in up position. Well, I guess they kind of do. Looks kind of different from the front. Yeah, these ratcheting, man, it's plastic on plastic. So that can get pretty scary when you're manipulating that. Seems to stand pretty good. Depending on where you have him, it seems like there is some back heaviness, but you just gotta find the center of gravity to be alright. Let's just had him doing it. Yeah, so wonder how well he's gonna be able to hold up with the extra weight of a figure in the back of it. See if I can get him to stand at all. He just wants to fall backwards. Let's see here. Huh? He's starting to. It'll take a little bit of work to get him to find out where he's standing pretty good by himself. Kind of scary if he falls over. But so that's the front of him. Now remember, we don't have any of the armor on it on the Mecha yet. So that's what it looks like behind. Oh, it's so it seems huge. Trying to figure out how I can get this to work out. Try to get it so it's not always sideways so you guys can see him from a different angle. I think that's about the closest I can get him. Let's see here. Alright, well that's our first impressions from removing from his tray, his styrofoam tray. First impression is pretty nice. Materials kind of scary, a little harder plastic than I would have liked. So definitely use caution. I haven't heated anything yet. I'm not sure if that's going to come to be a factor. You know, I heard that door on the back of the actual Mech cockpit make those creaking sounds. If you watch my Crazy Reload SUV, that piece on the door that you pull down the stand on, it kind of made that same kind of noise. Kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I'm kind of getting used to that. But still gotta watch and be careful that there's no breakage. It's pretty cool. So in our next video, we're going to take a look at the articulation. And hopefully we get through that without breaking anything. And go from there. So I don't want to make these videos too long. Just want to show you, all the goodies that we can get out of this Mech without spending a lot of time on each of these videos. So if you guys liked the first look at the Mech, we're going to be looking at some other parts of the Mech. Next one will be the articulation, and we'll go from there. We'll definitely look at that cockpit, playability. We're going to get him all geared up, see what he looks like, and keep going forward. So if you guys enjoyed this first look at the Mech, if you did, please consider subscribing. That way you'll get notification when I upload the next part, or any other videos, reviews I do for Joytoy or any other brands. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.